Welcome to the FIBA Women's Basketball League 2025. Here in Al Cup at Cairo, Egypt. The first match between team presentation. F.A.P from Cameroon, player number 1, Idu Bamubagi. Player number 4, player number 15, Muel Messina. Player number 15, the captain, Amandine Abubu. Player number 22, Inkam Akara Iwe. Player number 24, Demaris Imidia. Player number 40, Jasmine Harris. Player number 55, Raisa Mugun. Player number 66, Josiane Tencho. Head coach, Majoli Lonte from Cameroon. Assistant coach, Ashel Iabi from Cameroon. Presenting team.
Good afternoon and welcome to the FIBA WBLA Game Day 3 coming to you live from Al Ali Sporting Hall in Cairo, Egypt. We've got another 4-game lineup coming up with the first solid matchup on deck, Ferroviario Maputo taking on F.A.P of Cameroon. I'm Salale Shani and I will be with you this lovely afternoon to cover this game. The Ingvild Mukaro-led defending champions with a target on their back bring their usual composure, good spacing, smart execution, and a group that knows how to manage the game. F.A.P counter with athleticism, energy, and a defense that can really disrupt rhythm when they're locked in, and that's going to be F.A.P on your screens right now in the blue jerseys. It should be a clean, competitive game and a good early test for both sides, although both teams have had their first group stage games underneath their belts. F.A.P lost to KPA 83-64 in the opening day on Friday. And as for Ferroviario, they beat First Bank decisively 85-48 on the back of a monster performance from Stefania Chizian and Ingvild Mukaro. Maputo, the defending champs, will be looking to make it a back-to-back kind of situation here, and a big statement game for them, decisively beating First Bank in that manner. As F.A.P, this is their, before 2025, before this year, the last major continental club basketball tournament goes all the way back to 2018. So the pressure is on their side, and it's going to be a tough ask for them to defeat the defending champions who stacked up in the off-season, brought the addition of Destiny Pitts, the young lady on your screen right now. We do apologize for the slight delay in start of game action, but we're going to get fired up in a few minutes, so don't go too far. The game, it will be underway in just a few. Another good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. We are just about to get started with this first game of the day. We apologize for the delay. We were having technical difficulties with the scoreboard, but we are now underway. F.A.P in the blue from Cameroon taking on Ferroviario from Maputo, Mozambique. And both teams, this is going to be their second group stage game. I mentioned it earlier, but I have no problem mentioning it again. F.A.P lost to KPA 83-64 the opening day. And as for Ferro, they beat First Bank from Nigeria 85-48 on the back of a phenomenal performance from Stefania Chizian, the power forward who could not be stopped. And she's going to be person who inbounds the ball, it looks like. That's Coach Nasir Saleh on your screens. A very familiar face if you know Mozambican basketball and Angolan basketball. He has a lot of accolades to his name. And he enters this tournament with a strong sense of confidence, but not overly confident, understanding that they do have a huge target on the back as the reigning champions. Let's see how they handle this game against Cameroon. Taking you through it, my name is Silale Shani. Got a strong take from Veloso. She was off the mark. Rebound F.A.P. Here they come down the lane. They triggered that transition offense so quickly, and the push on the back of their forward, number 24, Emedier, is going to send her to the free throw line to shoot two. Take a look at that replay once again. That was a great job by Chen Chu to draw the defense, then kick out to Emedier, and she gets her first free throw to drop. Starting five for F.A.P. It's going to be Emedier shooting the free throws now. Mogun, Chen Chu, and Kelia Kipo alongside Nigerian Nkem Akaraiwe. Veloso brings the ball up, gets it to swing across to Mukauro. We've got a feed into the post, back out to Mukauro. Mukauro fires off the mark. Big rebound. That one isn't good to go either, but she's stripped. Hits with sticky hands. And then another attempt from Mafanella. She's fouled on that attempt, so she will head to the free throw line. Mafanella, a veteran player for Mozambique. Let me not say just for Ferroviario, but for Mozambique. She's played with them for a long time in the national team and at local club teams. Chases down her own rebound. Manages to keep things alive. Chizian from downtown, no go. Kipo managed to execute the long pass. Now Mogun gets stopped up, kicks it to Chen Chu. Chen Chu slicing and dicing through the defense, kicks it out for the three ball. It's good. Great ball movement to find the open shooter. And it's F.A.P at 4 points to Ferro's 1 point. 8:26 to go in the first quarter. Looks like we got an off-the-ball foul called on Chen Chu. So the possession will stay on that end of the floor. As we take a look at that replay action, we think that we just missed it. Sent Chizian down to the floor. So ball is going to go to Mozambique. Chizian drive to the rack, no go. And she's got white jerseys all around her. F.A.P managed to secure the possession. Thought about the shot, decided to kick it out. Fake the pass, fires, no go. And a great job on the deep rebounding end for F.A.P, but Veloso. Line pass just a bit too strong from Mukauro. She's trying to find Destiny Pitts on the cut. It's going to be F.A.P ball. Mogun bring the ball up. F.A.P trying to set something up here. Akaraiwe, no stranger to this stage, but she had her ball go right into the arms of the strength of Mukauro. It's going to be a jump ball call and possession Mozambique. Ingvild Mukauro, the MVP in the Champions Cup in 2019. That was the name of this tournament before it was recrowned WBLA. And a correction on that, possession actually goes to F.A.P. An inbound from the baseline. The ball is in. Oh, look at the spin move, but no finish. And now the long pass and the quick release from Pitts. It's off the mark. Mogun trying to chase the ball down and keep it alive. That's Coach Tsafak Lontiu, head coach of F.A.P. On your screen, looking pretty in pink. Also a former player and plenty of continental championships under her belt. Continental competitions, rather. Pitts from downtown. Misses everything. Chizian, no putback. Stefania Chizian, a monster game yesterday, has struggled with her shooting so far in this first quarter today. 22 points. And her teammate Mukauro will combine for 30 plus, send them to victory against Nigeria's First Bank. They're asking for the travel call, but it's going to be a holding foul on Mozambique. We take another look at that replay, the feed into the post. And then, yeah, quite a bit of contact on that. Dangerous pass. And the ball is going to go out of hands. Nkem Akaraiwe, you can see the frustration on her face. She didn't think that pass was executed the way it should have been. And I'd have to agree. Ferro are a strong defensive team. And we've got another foul on the floor. This time, looks like it's going to be called on Veloso, as Ferroviario pick up their third team foul. Yeah, it looks like Veloso just tripped up Mogun as she was dribbling. Now mid-range J, no good. Transition game for Ferro tends to be good. They're known for getting the fast break points, but what is going on with their turnover situation? Got a steal from Emegier. Emegier fires. Emegier doesn't get it to drop. Rushed her shot just a tad. Now here comes Chizian. Kicks it out for the three ball. And Mozambique struggling from beyond the arc. Mukauro has a go at it, and she misses everything. As they are 0 for 5 from three-point land. And they're going to have to shift strategies to what is working for them. We got a timeout on the floor. Let's see what adjustments will be made.
Não chamou o fist. Não chamou o fist. Mantém-te aqui dentro. É aqui onde tu jogas. Elevator. Até o fim. Usar cá dentro. Não há tiro. Fist. Tá? Defesa. Estamos a ficar longe dos homens. Vamos parar as transições dos homens. Tá? Parar as transições dos homens. Ninguém vai correr. E quando ela tiver a posse de bola aqui, pressionamos. Atenção a este quarto dentro. Quando ela vier, avisar o bloqueio quanto antes. Criamos o ovo. Este continua a ser do lado.
Hey, on a jeté beaucoup de ballons en attaque. Il faut qu'on arrête. Il faut qu'on si elle décide de prendre l'écran et d'arriver à la note que j'arrive. Puis j'arrive pas, je me mets à chercher, je vais donner le ballon. Sortir le ballon. Après écran, on
The game has gone dry for both sides, with the last field goal taking place at the 8-minute mark. So it's about 3 minutes with no one having scored. F.A.P with a slight lead at 3 points, 5:46 to go in the first quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, it is game day 3 of the FIBA WBLA competition. The tournament will continue until December 14th and started on December 5th. Ferroviario switching to a full court press. Managed to inbound Emigie. Trying to handle the ball. She had some pressure on her and fumbles it. It's going to be Mozambique ball. Veloso fumbles. It's the steal and the attempt from Mogun. And Veloso has not been handling that upper court pressure very well. Let's take a look at that replay again, and she's going to pick up her second foul. Feed into the post, back out. Hard line drive, high off the glass, no go. Mafanella cleans up the trash. Pitts now from the wing, looking at her options. She wants the screen, she gets it. Nice pick and roll. Kipo saw it coming, was able to deflect the pass. Now, that's 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Make that 7. Decisions have to be made quickly. Mid-range from Pitts. Finds the bottom of the net. That's a great steal from Veloso. Timed it just right, and Ferroviario take the lead, 5-4. Another steal on the way, and then the pass just didn't reach its mark from Chizian. So they bail F.A.P out. But it's great to see the hustle on defense from both sides, really. 3 steals for F.A.P. And 3 steals for Ferroviario as well, and another misplaced pass trying to find Kem Akaraiwe. So it's going to be Mozambique ball. Got some substitutions on the floor for F.A.P. Back to the action. Handoff. Into Mafanella. Mafanella, she knows how to play through the contact. Manages to draw the foul. So she'll head to the stripe to shoot 2. Mafanella gets the first one to go as Ferroviario try to create some distance from F.A.P. Got 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in this first quarter. Mafanella off the second attempt. Mukaro gets the offensive board. Chizian jab step and then straight to the rack. She was pushed and she'll head to the free throw line. And Stefania Chizian, power forward, standing at 5'10". But you can see that when she puts the jets on, she blows right past her defenders. Extremely athletic, extremely quick, especially for a post player. Got some more substitutions on the floor as Chizian is off the mark in her first attempt. Checking in for F.A.P. is Idubamo Begi, and out was Raisa Mogun. Akaraiwe, misplaced pass once again. The timing on this Mozambican team is impeccable as Mukaro has a chance to make it a 3-point play. So Ingvild Mukaro will shoot 1. The vet who has been a major fixture of Mozambican basketball since 2013. That pushes Ferro to double digits as another steal was loading. And F.A.P. have got to be careful with those passes. They need to execute much, much better. Back to the action. Cam Akaraiwe gets it up top to Begi. She's got 2 on her, and ooh, that was a hard tumble to the ground for Mukauro in an effort to try to steal it. She's a tough cookie, so she bounces right back up. It's going to be a foul called on Damaris Emidie of F.A.P. as we take a look at that replay. And yeah, there's a lot of contact on that, a little bit of a push. F.A.P. trying to up the ante on the defensive end. Veloso gets it to Mukaro. Mukaro thought about the shot, decided to go for the drive instead. Fade away, no good. We got the push from Begi. Begi gets it to the corner, feed into the post. And trying to play through the defense, Akaraiwe lost her footing and the location of the rim. A 6-point lead now for Ferroviario. Just about 3 minutes to go. But a timeout on the floor. F.A.P. have maxed out and Ferroviario are in the bonus. And let's see what adjustments they'll make coming out of this timeout.
luta, castigues constantemente. E se meteste, vamos ter vantagem. Mas se não, atenção aos kicks abertos. Precisamos de tiros abertos, tá? Tudo sim! Defense! Outra vez. 41 defensivo, vamos lá.
6-point game here at Al Ali Sporting Hall. Ferroviario in the lead. A low-scoring first quarter, especially for Ferroviario, who in yesterday's game against First Bank scored 30-plus in the first quarter. Can't say it's fatigue checking in. Maybe they just faced a team that has greater defensive intensity than what they've been used to. F.A.P have not scored since the 8-minute mark. And now with under 3 minutes to go, see if they can be a clear leader to come out of these last few minutes of the first quarter. Veloso almost loses it. Kicks it out to Chizian. Chizian, we know how quick she is off the dribble, but Lekunu stuck with her, managed to poke the ball out of bounds. 0.8 seconds on the shot clock, so this is going to be a quick play for Ferroviario. The pass to Pitts. Pitts fires. Pitts off the mark. And F.A.P secure the board as Lekunu brings it across half court. Long pass to find Akaraiwe. She's rejected by Mafanella, but they're going to call the foul. And the timing was right, but just too much contact on that attempt as we take a look at that replay. Great find into Akaraiwe. And then Odelia Mafanella did what she had to do. And Akaraiwe is going to have to get her points from the free throw line. As we have another substitution on the floor, this time for Ferro. Checking to the game is post player Carla Kovan. Akaraiwe gets the first one to drop, a former player of the national team of Nigeria, and was actually named to the top 5 at previous Champions Cup competitions when she played with Kenyan side KPA. Strong player, familiar name in Nigerian basketball circles. Get the second one to drop. It's a 4-point game with 2:20 on the game clock. Chizian, cross-court pass to Veloso. Veloso trying to feed Mukaro. Mukaro, bullet pass into a cutting Chizian. That was an excellent backdoor cut to bring them back to a 6-point lead. Lekenu looking at her options. Decides to go straight to the cup. Putback is no good from Amadine Ibogo. But she was there, and that's what matters, and manages to draw the foul as well. Take a look at that replay. And Mozambique are going to have to do a better job of boxing out. They have an average height that's slightly less than Cameroon's. So they got to make sure they get a body on whichever blue jersey is underneath the basket. Ibogo connects on both free throws and brings F.A.P back to within reach of Ferro. Veloso trying to shake off her defenders. She does, and didn't get the shot she wanted. The roll, no go. Chizian from downtown as their long ball struggles continue for Ferroviario. They have just not been able to shoot the way they've been used to from beyond the arc. Now Akaraiwe almost loses it, manages to keep it alive. Power dribble and the kick out for the corner three. No. And another turnover for Ferro, trying to find Chizian on the fast break. F.A.P. Hit the ball across half court. Akaraiwe feed in to Ibogo. Ibogo working on her. Fade away isn't going to get there. Here comes the transition push. Chizian kicks out with a mid-range jumper. No good. And now we got a 2-on-1 situation here, as Lekeunu was not able to hit. Chizian, jab step. Thought against the ISO situation, decides to go for the shot. Stefania Chizian. Still no go. Boards chase down. And Ferroviario come up empty in that possession once again. Okaro connects on the first free throw. It's 14 seconds left on the shot clock. 19.5 seconds left in the game of the first quarter. Ferroviario maintaining this 6-point lead. F.A.P. have just enough time for one more possession. That was a great backdoor cut. Recovery defense did what they had to do. Ibogo fires. Ibogo too strong with it. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter of what has been a struggle on the offensive end for both sides, really, as Ferroviario take the lead 14 points to F.A.P's 8. It's the top of the second quarter. F.A.P. in the blue jerseys from Cameroon taking on Ferroviario in the white jerseys from Mozambique. And first quarter very slow for both sides, ended at 14-8. But F.A.P. are shooting 9% from the field. with Ferro not doing much better than that, shooting 25%. Both sides have not been able to connect from beyond the arc. In the timeout, you could hear both coaches not happy with the performance of either side. The turnover situation not looking good either for both teams at 8 turnovers apiece. And something's got to give, but that's what it is. It's continental basketball. These are the top teams on the continent going head-to-head at each other. So you expect it to be a slugfest. You expect games to not go easily. And F.A.P, who were last at a continental competition in 2018, have a lot to prove with this game. They went 3-0 in the zonal qualifiers and lost their first game to Kenya's KPA. So they will be hungry to get their first group victory against Ferroviario. Feed into the post, Nkem. Nkem baseline drive, she's locked up, but she dishes it out, and then too strong off the glass. Great play, poor finish. And into the game, look at her go. Hala El Sharawi introducing herself with a bang. Did not play in the first quarter and does exactly what she has been recruited to do at the top of this second quarter. Makira Cook also into the game for the first time. She's got the rock in her hand right now. Former Illinois player. Ball movement is good. Cook on the drive. Cook with the runner. Comes up short. And now we've got the push. Lekernu looking at her option. Kicks it out to the corner. And then a strong up and under move from Beggy will send her to the free throw line. If you're joining us on our YouTube page, we do enjoy reading your comments. Great to see so much support for both sides, really, Mozambique and Cameroon. All games will be streamed live on FIBA's YouTube page, and this is just game 1 of a 4-game lineup today. So clear out your Sunday afternoon and get ready for some top African women's basketball hoops. Ball almost stolen away. It looks like Karaiwe might have picked up another personal foul. So take another look at that replay. Yeah, she gets tangled up with Makira Cook. So ball will be inbounded from the side. Another foul called, holding foul. And F.A.P has got to be a bit careful here. Don't want to send their opponents into the bonus too early. Kosa to inbound, gets it to Cook. Cook back to Kosa. Kosa taking her time. Pass up top, and now the spin move misses everything. That was Carla Kovan who attempted that. Ball's going to stay on this side end of the floor. The Illinois graduate is going to inbound. Nice find for El Sharawi on the cut. And she earns her trip to the free throw line. Hala El Sharawi, originally Egyptian, and she was brought onto this squad because of her scoring ability. And that is exactly what she's been able to do in these first 2 minutes of play of the second quarter. Still a 6-point lead, as we have some substitutions taking place for F.A.P. But it looks like Coach Nasir Saleh decided to go with an entirely new unit for this second quarter. I believe every player on that floor did not play in the first quarter, so he was not happy with how his starters kicked off this game, as Hala El Sharawi could make this an 8-point lead. She does. Long pass to Ibogo. Ibogo back up top. Mogun trying to direct traffic back into Ibogo. Ibogo at the baseline. El Sharawi has her locked up. It's a kick out to Harris. Jasmine Harris didn't get the angle that she wanted. Comes up empty. And then a foul called on Kelia Kipo sends Annabella Costa to the floor. Long-time fixture of, again, Mozambique national team and local club teams. A 4-time champion, looking to make it 5 times if Mozambique go all the way in this tournament and win the championship again. Cook gets the screen and the space that she wants. Big rebound from Beggy. And then Beggy's stripped. Shot from downtown. El Sharawi not able to get Ferroviario going from beyond the arc. And then the attempt on the other end, and F.A.P are really doing a really good job of getting themselves to the line. They anticipate the foul, they're not afraid of the contact, and many of their 10 points in this game have come from that free throw line right there. It's now an 8-point game, just about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter. Mogun misses the first free throw. Oh, misses the second as well. Those are the opportunities you don't want to throw away, as Cook brings the ball up, shakes off her defender. But again, the finishing power at the rim is what is lacking for Mozambique, as they get to the intended target, but just aren't able to get those shots to drop. Kipo feeds Ibogo. Ibogo goes to town. And she's called for an offensive foul. And we must give credit where credit is due. Hala El Sharawi has been making sure Ibogo has to go to work in that low block. She's been playing some good, clean defense. And Ibogo will have to adjust her strategy when it comes to dominating in that low block. Cook to Kovan. Kovan handoff. Look at the ball movement. Find their post player in that low block. That was clinical and a great finish from Carla Kovan. Ibogo now decides to bring it back out. Beggy at the wing. Oh! Through the contact, Idubamo Beggy has an opportunity for a 3-point play. That hesitation is all she needed to create the space she wanted for that shot. And Ferroviario have been unable to shake off F.A.P. Beggy has a chance to Bring it to a 7-point deficit right here. She does. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Cook saw the space she wanted, took the shot. Off target. And now a great transition pass. Mogun. Mogun steps into the lay-in. Beautiful finish for her. And F.A.P won't go away. They are here to stay. It's back to a 5-point lead for Ferroviario. Kovan, spin move. And you can see Beggy has really increased the tempo as Akaraiwe tries to kick it out for the corner three. See Coach Lonteu of F.A.P talking to Nkem, making sure her head stays in the game. Mogun now at the wing. Kicks it to Nkem. Nkem back out for the shot. No. Second chance opportunity here for F.A.P. Nkem off balance, no problem in her bag. And F.A.P now just 3 points away from Ferro. Cook, hesitation, drop pass, find Kovan. And that seems to be their go-to action. The guard drawing in the defender and then kicking out to the post player. As Mogun looks like she got a hand or an elbow to the face. She'll take her time coming up as the doctor heads over. But it's been a nice, clean game, good, clean basketball so far. As you take a look at that replay, great job from Akira Cook to draw the defense, which allowed Covain to have a wide open look at the cup. She made it count. So Mogun will head over to the bench. We hope that she will be okay. Beggy to bring the ball up. Floats one into Nkem. Nkem. The backdoor cut was there. She didn't see it. They go for the baseline J instead. Counted for Chen Chiu. Now the corner three on the other end of the floor comes up short. Shooting woes for Ferroviario continue. Kipo kicks it out to Akaraiwe. Akaraiwe trying to go up with it. Ball slips out of her hands, but last touch was Ferroviario. So ball stays on this end of the floor. Kelia Kipo to inbound. Beggy pulls it out, then goes right back in with it. Dribble J is good. F.A.P now down just 1 point. Cook doing her dance. Cuts in, kicks it out. No go for the three ball. Here comes Chen Chiu. Chen Chiu bounce pass to Nkem. Nkem couldn't finish it. Great recovery defense from Ferroviario, and look at the no-look pass from Cook. That needs to stay on a highlight reel. Great finish from Annabella Cosa. And Ferroviario are back on top. Scores are 24-21. It's a 2-point game. Chen Chiu on the drive. My goodness. Makes it look so easy. F.A.P are not going away. They're sticking right with Mozambique's Ferroviario. We got about 3:10 of game left in this second quarter. Kovan, she's got one on her. Jasmine Cook did the Lord's work on the defensive end, pokes the ball. out of Kavan's reach, and F.A.P now with the possession on the other end of the floor. The sloppy pass. And El Shaarawy looking to make him pay. She is so fast coming down the court with the ball in her hands. And she is well on her way to lead all players in scoring, which she almost does. She has 4 points. Mukaro is the only other player with 5 points. Beggy swinging the ball. Jasmine Cook couldn't get it into her. And now Cook for Ferroviario on the other end. Managed to beat her first defender. Got a foul situation, so that's going to be foul called on Beggy. Akira Cook misses the first free throw. American point guard managed to connect on the second, as we've got timeout on the floor. Looks like Coach Nasir Saleh wants some things he needs to share with the ladies. It's a 4-point game with 2:16 left to go. A 4-point lead for Ferroviario of Maputo. As you can hear, Coach Nasir Saleh telling his team to lock in. And essentially, Coach Lonteo is telling her girls the same thing. It's been a slow first quarter. Second quarter has picked up the pace, but neither side really been able to create the distance that would make anyone comfortable. You see a nice, beautiful turnaround move from Enedier. And then ball thrown out of bounds. So it's going to stay on this end of the floor. Hala El Shaarawy, it's going to be her turnover. Well, she has been an incredible force for Mozambique in this game, already at 6 points. Couldn't get the roll. Second attempt isn't going to drop either. And Enedier in traffic didn't get the touch that she wanted. So ball is going to go on the other end of the floor. Akira Cook is going to get some defensive pressure from Kipo. And that's what Kipo has to do. Make sure the point guards don't get comfortable. Kosa! Automatic, but this Ferroviario squad has been unable to find their stroke. They have been cold from beyond the arc, as we have some substitutions on the floor. 3 in, 3 out. Coming into the game is Chizian, Destiny Pitts, and Ingvild Mukaro. El Sharawi, too strong. Here comes F.A.P on transition. Kipo fakes the pass, goes too strong off the glass. Chizian with the answer on the other end. And that's great transition offense for the finish from Pitts. It's a 6-point game. Kipo takes her time. We're looking at options. Beggy. Jab step. Goes in all the way. That was a beautiful attempt. But didn't have the arc that she wanted on that shot. So F.A.P come up empty in that possession. Just under 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Been a very evenly matched game. Backdoor cut. Oh, Mukaro thought about it and went for it. And it looks like Chizian thought about it and changed her mind. So another turnover for Ferro. Beggy kicks it out. Gets it back. Emidier wasn't able to receive the ball. That's great hands from Mukaro. And now we got a wide open look on the other end of the floor. Chizian not able to connect. Pitts with the offensive board and the behind the back pass, but it's a kick. So ball will stay on this end. Makira Cook to inbound. And we've got an offensive foul. I believe that was called on a Destiny Pitts. So Beggy to bring the ball up. Kicks it to Chen Chiu. Chen Chiu so quick off the dribble. And she's knocked down to the floor, manages to draw. Foul, and that's going to cost Ferroviario 2 shots. And if F.A.P can do a better job from the free throw line, they could actually have evened out the score right now. Although they're not doing too badly, shooting at 75%. Chen Chiu misses the first one. Misses the second as well. Manages to chase down the rebound. Hope still alive for F.A.P. Emidier should have went for the shot instead of the pass, and that's going to take us to the end of the first half. Ferroviario with the lead at 29 to F.A.P's 23 points. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back to the action in just a few. Good afternoon from Cairo, Egypt. If you're just joining us, it's the first of a 4-game lineup today between Ferroviario Maputo of Mozambique against F.A.P of Cameroon. It's a 6-point lead for Ferro, 29-23, and it's been a slow first half from both sides, really. First quarter ended 14-8. We've just wrapped up halftime, and we'll be looking to see if things have changed for either sides. But while the game has been intense, the scoring struggles have been very apparent for both sides. As Beggy brings the floor up, and she goes for the runner, misses. Coming up on the other side of the floor, Destiny Pitts, bounce pass to Chiziane. Chiziane missing, and that really has been the story of this game so far. Beggy, stop and pop, gets it to drop, but it's been a very low scoring game. Ferro shooting 37% from the field, inside the arc that is, while F.A.P shooting 25%. Neither side has been able to connect from beyond the arc. 0% for both teams. Pitts, is she going to change that? Yes, she does. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Destiny Pitts, who finally breaks this 3-point curse. And let's see if that's the attempt and bucket that Ferroviario needs to, switch things up on the momentum side of things for the 3-point land. But it has been a slow game on the offensive end, especially when you know and understand what Ferroviario are capable of. In their opening game against First Bank, they scored 30+ in the first quarter. So we know what their productivity usually is, but they have not been able to hit that mark in this game against Cameroon. Jasmine Harris wanted it in the low blocks. Great defense from Mafanella to push her out. Beggy now back on top. Kicks it to Mogun. Mogun shoots, misses. And now ball almost lost again from F.A.P. Beggy, miss. Here comes Veloso. Ferro with the numbers. And that's great give-and-go action to find Mafanella. The pass out to create the space that she needs. Mafanella had that wide-open cut. Scores now 34-25. As Emedier not able to connect on that attempt. This could be the largest lead that we've seen in this game so far. That's a wide-open look for Mukauro. And she has been unsuccessful. She's the second leading scorer for Ferroviario at 5 points. Emedier, too strong off the glass. Mogun trying to chase it down. And they are doing their best to keep things alive as Nkem Akaraiwe called for the travel violation. Pace of this game, up tempo, not slow. Players just aren't knocking down shots. Veloso at the wing, feeds Mukauro. Mukauro back up top to Mafanella. Mafanella drive and kick. They've given the extra pass. Veloso with 4 to shoot. Dribble J, no go. And it's going to be F.A.P ball. Mafanella seems to believe Emedier had the last touch. But ref's call is final as we hit the 3 minutes gone mark in this third quarter. Ibogo gets it to Mogun. Mogun fires. Mogun no go. F.A.P still scoreless from beyond the arc. Nice give and go action to find Chiziane in the corner. Chiziane fakes the shot, goes straight to the rack in traffic. And she heads to the free throw line with the opportunity to make it a 3-point play. Now it's great patience from Chiziane. who is now at 6 points. Couldn't make it 7 from the free throw line here. She had 22 in her first game. And now Ferroviario with an 11-point lead. Beggy with the ball, gets it to the wing. Mogun pulls it out, gets it to Emidier. Emidier, that's a long two. Isn't going to get there. Big boards for Mogun. And the putback. Veloso in her bag. Great ball handling skills from her. Manages to draw the foul. Oh, and Veloso try to pull a Matt Barnes on Beggy. Didn't work out the way she wanted it to. Chizian. Kick out. Wow, she fired that pass out of there. Pitts not going to get there, and Ibogo secures the boards. She's doing a good job of making sure Ferro don't have those second chance. And now look at her cut and go to the rack, but the stripped from Mafanella as Veloso brings the ball up. Pitts tries to get some space to feed the post to Mafanella. Robbed. We slowly start to approach the halfway mark of this third quarter, and Cam Akaraiwe muscles her way to the cup. 10-point game. No, it's a 8-point game now. And the ball movement for Ferroviario, getting them those opportunities for the open looks at the basket as Emidier tumbles. She tries to save the ball. Got a timeout on the floor. First timeout of the third quarter. 4 minutes and 41 seconds to go. And you can see the intensity has increased in this third quarter. Shooting has become slightly better, but still the struggles have continued for both sides once again. Ferro has scored 8 points in the third quarter so far, F.A.P at 6. They tied at 15 points between the first and the second quarter. So again, a very evenly matched game, although Ferro has been able to create a little bit more distance in this third quarter.
Go inside.
En attaque, en attaque, tu sors. Tu sors à droite. Tu sors, tu joues contre toi. Tu prends le ballon, tu amènes le ballon sur la ligne.
Vai meter a bola em cima. Tá bem? Ok? Este lobby passe dentro. Ok? Estamos? Vamos lá, equipe. Bora. Na black, tá? Tá bom. Vamos, 3, 2, 1.
Back to the action here. It's going to be Velosa to get things started. Gets it into Chizian. Pitts up top, swings it to the corner. Mukauro muscling her way into the cup. And it's a battle for the boards between Mukauro and Emedie. As you see that Emedie fighting for possession of that ball. As the 2019 MVP also trying to secure it. Again, despite the intensity of this game, the physical aggression has not been hostile, and it's been a very much an in-control game. Always a treat to watch that. As it seems that possession goes to F.A.P. So the team in blue will inbound. Ball almost poked out of bounds. Gonna be last touch, Ferro. And Beggy gonna have to be a little bit more intentional with those passes. You can't just float it in to that high post when you have the length and strength of players like Mafanella, as Ibogo called for the offensive foul. Take a look at that replay. Again, both of them fighting for position. And yeah, just a little bit of a push there from Ibogo. Elbow to the chin. It's going to have the ball going the other way. Pitts up top. Uses the screen. She's got Ibogo on her. Nice backdoor cut. One more pass to find Veloso in the corner. It's going to be a defensive board picked up by Emedie. Now here they go on the other end. 2-3 zone worked well. Chizian with the steal, gets it to Veloso, back to Chizian. Chizian center drive. And an acrobatic finish, but no bucket, as Beggy pushes on the other end of the floor. Fakes the pass, tries to fire it back into Ibogo, and Pitts saw it coming. And then a misplaced pass from Mafanella was deflected, as Odelia will head to the bench, and Carla Kovan checks into the game. Pitts shakes off first defender in the face of the second, no go. Veloso with the offensive board. Mukauro baseline, Jay missed. Second attempt, too strong off the glass, and this is very uncharacteristic for this Ferroviario team. Missing bunnies and those easy opportunities to score. What is going on? 2 minutes and 48 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. And the shooting woes for Ferroviario continue, as they've been unable to connect from beyond the arc, and the percentage inside the paint is looking pretty low as well. Akaraiwe, swing the ball, find Emedie. She's got jerseys all around her. One pass, Ibogo, Beggy fires. Beggy, no good. And Kovan makes sure that they push the ball on transition. Chizian kicks it out to Mukauro. Mukauro, that one looked good. Buries the three ball. And Mozambique finally get their second three-point shot to drop in this game. Beggy, drive, big boards from Akaraiwe, and the putback. And she does that move so well, crashing the boards and making sure she has the right angle to make that attempt. Speaking about attempts, Veloso, looks like the three-point curse might have been broken as they connect for their third three-point shot finally in this game. Akaraiwe trying to work her way in, and this zone defense has been working very well for Ferroviario. It's a great adjustment from them. Pitts, Veloso, yes! That's a great shot from Silvia Veloso. Back-to-back field goals for her, and that has given Mozambique the lead, 46-31, the greatest lead they've had in this game so far. And you get the sense that Ferroviario can finally breathe just a little bit. A 15-point lead for the team in white. Ibogo stripped. Great steal. And now the transition offense that we're used to seeing from Ferroviario, being able to trigger that first pass. A nice give and go action here. Pitts up top, 6 to shoot. 2 on the shot clock. Kovan has to put one up. It's a rushed shot and does not beat its intended target. .22 seconds to go here in the third. And with a 15-point lead, it's the 2 clutch three-point shots from Veloso that managed to create the distance that I'm sure Ferroviario wanted to have in this third quarter. Pitts on transition. Gets it to Veloso. Back to Pitts. Pitts fires. Pitts comes up short. But a great third quarter effort from the team in white, who have managed to score 17 points in this third quarter, the most points they've scored in a quarter in this game. And that has been able to extend their lead to 15 points. F.A.P, things went dry in those final minutes of this third quarter. As we take a look at some of these highlights here, Silvia Veloso bails out Ferroviario and gives him some breathing space.
Come to you. And give it. You follow me. It's okay? After that, you start for the screen and individual. You come to the second screen. And you use for the screen for the card. Shot. Ok? Vamos jogar o jazz, tá bem? Ok? Tempo, velocidade dentro. Enrola duas vezes. Tá? Dois tagas.
Est-ce que tu as oublié de donner le ballon? Charles, tu fais quoi dedans? Donc tu peux bien te positionner après la balle du
Trocar a zona, tá? Voltamos para ela outra vez. Mais agressividade. Pressiona mais a bola, tá? Portanto, defesa 1. E a seguir, quando a bola for passada para qualquer dos flancos, tu entras para ajuda fundo, tá? Atenção, flash de dois pontos. Comunicação. Padem com a cena, tá? Parabéns.
Allez les filles, allez! Tout de suite!
Back to the action as we get into the fourth and final quarter of this game. A late scoring run in the third quarter has allowed Ferroviario to push their lead to 15 points. And F.A.P will continue to go scoreless from beyond the arc. Really, that's where the miracle has happened for Ferroviario, finally being able to connect on their three-point shots. As Mukaro on the baseline kicks it out to Pitts. Pitts on the drive. Step back. No good. Jasmine Harris, ball just taken right out of her hands by Mukaro. Such a strong player. And you can see the battle that has been happening underneath the basket. It's hot in the paint. But F.A.P have not been doing a good job of trying to get the ball into the hands of their post player, Jasmine Harris. And you saw the frustration in her face. We have to also give credit where credit is due. The defense, oh, and as I say that, Harris is like, nah, better take your words back. She gets her first field goal of this game, but that could be the key to unlocking F.A.P's offense, as F.A.P now get to 33 points. Pitts at the wing, almost loses it. And that's good help side defense from Amedie. Harris also coming to help and swings and got a piece of Kovan's hand. So Kovan will head to the free throw line to shoot two. Kovan misses the first free throw. Kovan misses both. Amedie with the defensive boards. Here comes Beggy, the leading scorer for F.A.P. Kipo at the wing, thought about feeding the post, decided to swing the ball. And that zone defense is a tough nut to crack for Cameroon, as they managed to force a turnover. Sent Amedie to the floor. And it's going to be white ball. Chizian, drive, kick, Mukaro, that looked good. No, not gonna get there. Ball is chased down. And Ferro managed to keep things alive. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Veloso floats a pass in. Amedie has to keep an eye on the shot clock, starting to wind down. 4 seconds left. And look at the defensive effort from Ferroviario. They have been making it extremely difficult for F.A.P to score. And Veloso almost awarded a turnover in that one. Beggy able to deflect the pass. Mukaro at the wing, kicks it out to Pitts. Destiny Pitts faked the pass, went for the shot, buries the jumper. And Ferroviario, you get the sense that they've now started getting into their offensive flow. Scores now 48-33. F.A.P, 50 to 33 points. F.A.P have dug themselves into a hole, and with 6 minutes and 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter and momentum no longer on their side, it's starting to look very tricky for them, as we have a substitution on the floor. Jasmine Harris is out. as checking into the game is Nkem Akaraiwe. Beggy off the mark. Kovan, as she's falling out of bounds, managed to keep the handle on the ball. It's the push. Chizian on the baseline drive. She's so dangerous when she attacks like that. And this time the defense was able to recover as we have another substitution on the floor for F.A.P. Mogun is back into the game as Kipo steps out. Veloso finds Kovan on the cut. Kovan wanted the foul call, but it was clean. Chen Chiu kicks it out to Beggy. Beggy finds Akaraiwe. She had white jerseys all over her, and it's that suffocating zone defense that has allowed Ferro to really stop up the bigs of F.A.P, make sure they're not effective in that low block. It's a great adjustment from Coach Nasir Saleh. And could have been the answer to how they were able to get this lead. Beggy, way too strong off the glass. And here come Ferro with numbers. Destiny Pitts, bullet pass in, back out to her. She swings the ball to Veloso. Veloso shot fake, and look at them go. Great execution, but unable to convert the possession. Beggy Euro steps her way to the rack and manages to draw the defense. You can see the frustration in her face. She knows that she can make these moves in her sleep, but things just aren't working the way they want them to in this game for F.A.P. Beggy misses the first free throw. She's the top scorer for F.A.P right now at 9 points. Could make it 10 if she makes this one here. She does that. Akaraiwe is the only other player at 8 points, as Beggy the only player in double digits. Nice pass, kick out. And look at the beautiful stroke from Destiny Pitts. Ferro are back in it. The shots are falling, and the offensive motion seems to be working well as Akaraiwe off the mark on that. Mukawa thought about the long pass, decided to go for the safer option. Kovan works her way to the cup, and Mozambique now at 55 points. The shots weren't falling earlier in this game. They certainly are in this fourth quarter. They stuck to what was working for them, and that's how they've been able to make this a 19-point lead. We are over halfway through the fourth quarter. Got a timeout on the floor as we take a look at that replay. Definitely a holding foul. Maputo now comfortably in the driver's seat heading into this timeout and the last half of the fourth quarter.
Movimento contínuo. Tu vai jogar bloqueio na pizza, tá? E aqui você vem para o screen. Ok? Equipa. 3, 2, 1.
The team in blue are in trouble. They have dug themselves into a 19-point deficit. And with the momentum on the side of Ferroviario, they're going to have to do almost everything right in these next 4 minutes and 45 seconds to break down this lead. Pitts has found her stroke. Count it. Beggy now at the top of the key. F.A.P have struggled against this zone defense. They've not been able to get their bigs involved. They've been forced out of the paint, out of range. And Ferroviario taking full advantage of it. Mukauro, kick out to Pitts. Pitts has Beggy on her. The corner drive and great help side defense, but Kovan managed to get a handle on the ball in the attempt. Here comes Chen Chu on the other end of the floor. Ooh, my goodness. Pretty move. And the finish. F.A.P are now at 36 points. Veloso tries to go past her defender, and the ball is smacked out of bounds by Ibogo. We have a substitution on the floor. Beggy out. She needs a breather as Singo Lekeunu is back into the game. Kovan, kick out to Mukauro. Mukauro manages to get it off before the buzzer, but unable to connect as Lekeunu tries to push the ball down the floor. Almost loses it. Chencheo to Mogun. Mogun airballs it. Ball's gonna go the other way. Long pass to Veloso. Mukauro wants it in that block. No look pass to a cutting Chizian. And finally some smiles on the faces of this team in white. And their body language, you can just tell that they're a bit more relaxed now. 2:55 left on the game clock. And now sitting on a 22-point lead. Things were hairy for a long, long moment there for Ferroviario, the reigning champions who were under pressure to really perform in this tournament and possibly make it a back-to-back championship. Quick pass to the corner. Chen Chiu. It's going to be 9 points for her. And in a very short period of time, she has made a great scoring impact for F.A.P of Cameroon. As Damaris Imedia picks up another personal foul. But F.A.P with fouls to give. Ball's going to be inbounded from the side. It's going to be Bruna Argelio. And Coach Nasir, you know, one of the strengths of Mozambique is their depth. And he's not been able to get that kind of depth as we see the steal and the quick finish on the other end of the floor for Mogun. Because the scores were really just so evenly matched and they weren't able to get the breathing space they wanted, he wasn't able to go deep into his bench. He had to rely on his core team as Ibogo is called for a foul against Kovan. But at least we're starting to see second unit and third unit starting to get some playing time here. Kovan being one of those, coming off the bench. She's contributed well. In game one for Ferro, 10 players had 12 minutes of game time and above. So Coach Nasir Saleh has had to keep his cards close to his chest, or his bench close to his chest, and within reach in this game because of the shooting slump they had at the most part of it. Things have opened up here in the fourth quarter and the bottom of the third as Chen Chiu coming late to the party, but she's here to play. Gets the runner to go. And F.A.P are now at 43 points with 1:44 left to go in the game. Argelio pushes the ball up, swings it to Pitts. Pitts, touch pass into El Shaarawy. Ball goes out of bounds. Was deflected by a blue jersey. No, it's going to be a foul. As we take another look at that replay, yeah, that was too much contact on that from Ibogo. And Mozambique are in the bonus, so it's going to be 2 freebies for El Shaarawy as she misses the first one. Gets the second to go. Chen Chiu almost loses it. Gets it to Emidier. Emidier trying to force her way into the paint. Mafanella with a steal. El Shaarawy now slows things down just a touch. Kosa, oh my goodness, the handles. And then the drive in, but she's stripped. That's great defensive effort from F.A.P. But reward yourselves, reward yourselves. The long pass doesn't meet its mark. You make a great defensive stop on one end. You got to convert on the other end. Now it's a minute, just over a minute left in this fourth quarter. F.A.P trying to increase the defensive pressure. Pitts. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be F.A.P ball. Mogun. Cross. Shovel pass. And the kick out to Emidier. Emidier, no. Not able to connect. El Shaarawy, long pass. And a wide open look from Destiny Pitts, who has had a hot hand this fourth quarter. And forces Coach Lonteo to take a timeout. Destiny Pitts, 18 points for her in 34 minutes of play. She's 43% from the field and 40% from deep. And those three-point shots have been connecting mostly in the third and the fourth quarter. Actually, only in the third and fourth quarter. And I would say it takes some time for players to adjust to courts and to rims. I'll tell you what, Destiny Pitts has done all the adjustments she needs, and she's here to ball.
Bloqueia Pitts. Tu desvia. Passa a bola Pitts. Tu passares a bola Pitts. Tens a rosa aqui. No meio. Tu cortas e vais bloquear a bola.
Vamos, 3, 2, 1.
Sem pressa. Sem pressa.
Back to the action. Just 25 seconds of play left in this game. F.A.P have the possession. Chinchu kicks it out to Lekernu. Chinchu baseline drive and tries to find her big post player. They are doing their best to try and convert this possession to a bucket. 3 attempts, don't meet the mark. And as the clock winds down, it just didn't work for F.A.P. They did their best, and that attempt alone, they had 5 good looks at the basket and weren't able to connect on them. And despite putting in a very good fight in the first, second, and third quarters of the game, things opened up for Ferroviario, and they are ones who will walk away with their second victory of this tournament so far at 62 to 43 points. An incredible effort from them to keep on sticking to what they knew would eventually work, and that was to just keep on shooting. Keep on taking the shots that they're used to, keep on hustling on defense, keep on making those stops. And they finished this game with Destiny Pitts leading all players in scoring at 18 points. A great game, and it's now on to the next one as we take a look first at the Group B situation. Ferroviario topping the rankings, and that will wrap up this game. That's the final score on your screens right there as we get ready for the second game coming up in just a few minutes. It's going to be coming out of the same group, Group B. It's going to be Kenya Ports Authority from Kenya taking on First Bank of Nigeria. So don't go too far, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with that action in a few minutes.